You got any Ole Anderson stories?
Ole Anderson, just that he was, I heard that he was excuse my language, I heard he was one of the greatest assholes of all time. So a lot of people say that. And for me, he was a god. I love him. Because for me, he took me in. He took me in. He took care of me. He liked me. He gave me an opportunity. So, for me, he was always, he always had that arrogant.
That's Ole. That's Ole.
He always had that arrogant talk, look or conceited, like he was. But he was nice to me. He gave me great opportunity. He made my career. He helped me make my career. So I love Ole Anderson. That's all I can say.
I got to tell you the story. One day he come up to me and I'm down there and he says, and he just kept looking at me. I says, what? He says, you know something? I can't fire Sting. I can't fire him. I said, okay. But he said, if I can fire you. I said, all right. He says, Lex Luger. I said, yeah. I can't fire him, okay, but I can fire you. And he kept on why he can fire me and kept on. And he worked it into this monologue. Jesus. Finally, it took him like 2 or 3 minutes to get through it. And I'm just looking at him. And he says, and don't forget that, I can fire you. And I never have forgot it to the day he could fire me. So I always loved Ole. Ole and Gene, when I first saw them, I was a kid in the Carolinas. And they were a hot team.
Yeah, I never met Gene that much. I met Gene a little bit, but not at the end of Gene.
They were hot. They were hot because of Ole. Ole would cut that promo, and Gene didn't
he
say
was
nothing.
good on the mic. Yeah, he was good.
So one time he came back from the ring after they worked with 2 hot baby faces in Greenville, South Carolina, and a guy who was like 76 years old or something. He came every week. And he had a hawkbill knife, and he cut Ole from here.
I saw that scar. I saw that scar.
It was like 100 stitches to stitch him up.
I saw it. I didn't know that's what happened.
They arrested the guy.
Holy mackerel.
Took him to court. But he was 76 years old, and you know what they gave him? They didn't give him any prison time. He's so old. They gave him some probation or suspension for a year or whatever. But the thing that hurt him the most was they banned him from going to wrestling on Monday nights.
Wow.
And he was 77 when they sentenced him. I'm not sure.
Well, it's a good thing they did.
And he died. He died about a year later.
It's a good thing they did because, a guy who brings a knife, I wouldn't want for me to be cut like that, Jesus.
But what killed him was not the probation and all that. It was not being able to go to wrestling. And it killed him.